Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is June 4, 2021, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the US dollar gain big versus the major pairs. We're going to see how big that gain is. But first, looking at the major economic events of the day out of the United States at 2:30 South African time, we have non-farm payroll number coming out. Now, there are several other economic events coming out today, but really pale in comparison to the NFP. However, looking at the major sectors, starting out with the Forex symbols, as mentioned, the US dollar gaining versus the major pairs, and looking at the indices, the NASDAQ selling off while pretty much the Dow holds on for now and is unchanged. Looking at commodities, gold selling off and tanking to 1817 from 1900, and oil tapering off its highs. While we're looking at the stocks, they're trading mostly lower, but not much, okay? And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, cannot sustain its upwards momentum and selling off. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start out with the Euro USD, and we're going to take a look at a 4-hour chart. And you could see pretty much, I mean, we're on 121.08, okay? Yesterday we were 121.60-ish level. I mean, it's not a big retracement, 80 pips, but it's a retracement, and this could be attributed to the fact that it's summer trading, it's less traders out there. It could be attributed to several factors, but ultimately, going into today's NFP number, this sell-off is a little bit worrisome, and I'll tell you why. Because it either is a reactive move or a protective move right before the number is coming out, or it's an aggressive move on the way up. But in either case, it's just something to highlight here, okay? Looking at the Aussie dollar also trading out of bed right here from 77.30-ish level down to 76.57, and that's a decent retracement. And looking at the GBP USD, let's take a look at a 1-hour chart. That's a decent falling out of bed. I mean, that really is a tremendous retracement for the price of GBP. So the dollar getting stronger versus the major pairs. I'm not sure if this is just to set us up before the number today, or is this just because there are not enough traders out there. But just be aware of it, especially as you go into today. Now, looking at gold, all right, maybe the inflationary number is not as bad as we anticipated it to be. So, you know, we're in a very interesting situation when it comes to the financial markets, okay? A lot of money is put into the markets to stimulate the economy. There are some inflationary concerns. However, and that has been driving the price of gold up. However, you could see in just an instant, this could be corrected. And we're trading right now at 1868. We traded as low as 1860, okay, which is a $40 move, $40 to $50 move for a 1910. So, you know, that's a decent move for the markets, okay? It's a nosedive. It's something that is a correctional move, but that's okay. I mean, if we look at if we look at a daily chart, I mean, look at that. We've gone from 1680 up to 1900, okay? So it's almost 220 points, and then we're retracing 50 points. That's not much, okay, in the grander scheme of things. So you got to keep it in perspective. Now, on a daily chart, we are trading within these two moving averages. On a 4-hour chart, you can see we broke that moving average on the 30-day and the 8-day. So something to consider, okay, but I don't think we're going back to the 1600s, excuse me, anytime soon. And looking at oil, tapering off from its highs of 69.35, this is healthy, this is good. This shows us the economies are coming back, and traveling is going to be coming back in the summer, at least in the northern hemisphere summer, so something to consider. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, you can see we had a V formation yesterday, but we had a correctional move, and then 34,540 for the week. Altogether, we are unchanged, okay? We're really unchanged for the week. And we had a lot of zigzags, but really unchanged. NASDAQ, however, has been selling off here, okay? NASDAQ really showed some weakness and continued to show some weakness, retracing from 13,700 down to 13,500. So with today's numbers, okay, you do want to be trading something that's associated to the USD. Euro USD, most traders like to go to it. Forex traders like to go to it. But I would recommend looking at the Dow Jones or looking at the NASDAQ, much more correlated to the NFP than the Euro USD. Now looking at the individual stocks, now it's not across the board, but Amazon did sell off quite aggressively while Microsoft did gain a little bit. Okay, so it's a little bit of a mixed bag, nothing really to write home about. Both Alcoa and JP Morgan also sold off a little bit, but again, you know, this is summer trading. Lastly, taking a look at Bitcoin, look at where we're at here. We had some momentum. We had some promise that we were going higher. And sure enough, we broke the support line. And once we broke it, we receded over 1,000 points further. Now, in the grandest scheme of things for Bitcoin, that's not much, okay? But nevertheless, that's significant for us to break our trend line and for us to reconsider whether or not this trend line is going to be continuing or we're going to be consolidating and trading within this range going into, you know, the next couple of sessions. So something to consider there when it comes to Bitcoin. And, you know, Bitcoin is really being whipped around based on news, based on Elon Musk. You know, yesterday he tweeted something with a broken heart emoji related to a cryptocurrency. So, I mean, you know, we're still in, like I said, I think we're still in, especially, you know, as we spoke about it on the live event yesterday on Facebook, I still think we're in the expansion state of Bitcoin. I don't think we're really, you know, tapped out in terms of its potential. And I think it could be that much further. So something to consider going into the next couple of sessions. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. God bless.